Perfect.
Okay, thank you. So, first question. Yes, that was it. Yeah, thank you very much for your time. Okay, the first question, what can we expect in this Monday Night Raw after what happened last Friday in Crown Jewel?
Very intense question.
Is any kind of vengeance, retribution?
I've had vengeance in my heart since day one, of course, yes. But the fact that I had a chance to someone who I've known for a really long time, The Miz, when I found out he had won his qualifying match and I had won mine, and we both fought a hard tournament and won a couple big matches against people we were predicted to lose to, I said, this is going to be exciting. It's an old friend / nemesis, so frenemy probably, as the kids say. And I was looking forward to go one-on-one with him to prove who was the best in the world. And the fact that we didn't get to have that match means that we'll get to have it one day. But don't think I've lost any extra sleep over Shane McMahon. I can't believe that he would interject something like that in the tournament. So I'm sure on Monday, I hope I get a chance to speak my mind to everyone, and you'll hear what I have to say then. But we took away a chance for myself to prove to everyone that I was the best in the world by him interjecting himself. So if I have to take it out on SmackDown, I take it out on SmackDown. But I'm here for me, and I'm here to win.
Not so many people has had the chance to wrestle with Kurt Angle since he came back.
Yeah.
How did you feel in the match with him, and what did you learn something?
What did I learn? What did we learn from that? We'll see if I can get there in a second. I'm a fan of his. If Kurt Angle didn't do so well when he first started in WWE 20 years ago, if he didn't do awesome, guys like me wouldn't even have been hired by WWE. Yeah. I was a smaller guy who wrestled in college and broke some records, but I sure didn't even win an Olympic gold medal, let alone be as jacked as he was. So luckily, wrestlers have that mental attitude that go, I have to be the best, and he worked so hard that I go, if I work that hard, maybe I can get into WWE. And because of him, I got into WWE, and I'll never forget that. I'm a jerk, but I give credit where it's due. So I really said on Monday, I got to say, like, hey, I've looked up to this guy my entire career and half my life, and if I get a chance to step foot in the ring, I'm out there to prove to him and everyone else that I can hang and I can win. And I had a blast. It was fun, feeling like those old college wrestling days, like we were both fighting for an All-American spot, and it was really exciting. I've never touched before, hadn't done anything, and, man, it was really cool to be out there, and most importantly, it was great to take him down and win.
Yeah.
So
that's the best. That was the best part, I guess. Yeah.
Still thinking about it.
Okay. In all these years that you have been in WWE, is there anything that you missed? Something that you want to accomplish before your career ends in many more years?
Oh, I thought
of
you were
course.
saying before your career ends in May.
No.
This is how they tell you.
In 2019.
What's paperwork? My name signed on there? Power of attorney. What's that? I don't. It's so weird. Titles and things. I've had a bunch. I've been very lucky. It's more about every Monday or every weekend or even tonight. I love doing this. So even if I'm sick or tired or something, like, here's my chance to make myself that much better tonight than I was the night before. And so I live like that every day, and I love doing this. So if you have to put something down, it would be to have a one-on-one match at WrestleMania. I've never had one. And I feel like that's embarrassing that I've never had one. So we'll get there.
I think you deserve it.
Thank you. Will you tell Mr. McMahon?
Yeah.
But say it like
Mr.
you mean
McMahon,
it.
please book him for a singles match in WrestleMania 35.
Because you think
please.
I deserve it.
Yeah,
Her words,
he deserves
not mine.
it. He
So,
deserves it. Yeah.
Call me.
He's a great guy.
He'll
he
call
deserves
me.
it.
Well,
yeah.
let's not lie to him.
Okay, one more question about Crown Jewel. You won the semifinals against Seth Rollins. Thanks to the intervention of Drew McIntyre.
Who's to say?
But you lost the finals because he wasn't there. So
that's why I lost.
Is there? Do you think that Dolph needs Drew? Drew needs Dolph? Or
I think it's been very beneficial for both of us. One, I wanted to take a big, long vacation and go do some stand-up comedy for a year.
Yeah.
Instead, I saw him show up one day to Raw, and I said, we can make this work as a partnership, watching each other's backs. So he has been freshly back to WWE. I had been around a very long time, and I said, let's go out and set out and see for 6 months, a year, see what we can do to make this show better than it has ever been. And that's all we've done since day one. And we go out there, we tell the truth, and we set the bar higher than everybody else.
Okay.
He needs me more than I need him. But I think he's a great kid, and he's going to do fantastic.
Yes. And talking about stand-up comedy, what do you prefer right now, wrestling or stand-up comedy?
Oh, I prefer wrestling always. But I don't like sitting at home on my 2 days a week off, so I'll try and book a show somewhere else. And because of the crazy fan base of WWE, when I announce some shows, we usually have a sellout because people will come to see whether they think I'm going to be bad or they think I'm going to be good. They're there to see it, and that support from WWE and the universe is pretty awesome. It's unbelievable. So far, the shows have been really good to where we're actually starting to go back to cities because of the demand for tickets. So it's just as nerve-wracking as my first ever wrestling match, where I was just sitting there waiting to tag in with my hands sweating. I go up now to the microphone, my hands sweating on the mic. So it's fun to have that challenge and that test and just always feel that, and it makes it that much more exciting.
Okay, and one last question, I guess. Changing the subject, last weekend it was Evolution, the first women pay-per-views. Sure. What do you think about it? Do you think they deserve it? Do you think there will be a next Evolution pay-per-view next year, maybe?
Yeah, sure. Maybe sooner. Or maybe it's a yearly thing. Yeah, who knows? Of course they deserve it. It's 2018. I was around for an era of Monday Night Raw. It was 2 hours and 15-minute show, and sometimes there'd be no women's matches on. Mm-hmm. But now there's just such a demand. It's been snowballing for years of like, we have these great wrestlers, let's use them. And now they've just come full circle to where they have their own pay-per-view. They're taken very seriously. They main event shows, so it's pretty awesome what they're doing. I hope it went so well that they want to do like how I do every night. They want to outdo themselves and have it again and see if they can just keep pushing themselves. And they keep pushing themselves, and we keep pushing ourselves, and we're just going to have superstars. And it's going to be all of us, and we won't even care about what gender they are. It's about being awesome at your job and performing for the fans.